All right, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Trust you had a good day, and then we are saying welcome to the closing ceremony for the Girl of Nigeria's International Women's Day Mentorship Program. We've had a long, amazing 3 weeks, and then we are here to officially close, to bring everything to a close. We want to listen to the mentors, we want to listen to the mentees, we want to listen to our guest speakers, we want to hear their experiences, we want to know how far everything about this particular program has changed them, especially for the mentors. As we all know that the theme for this year's International Women's is Gender Equality for a Sustainable Tomorrow, and with the campaign Break the Bias. For Girl of Nigeria, we are really banking on we're banking on the importance of mentorship, particularly to the younger generations, and for them to be able to connect with the older generations, people who have gone before them, so that they could be able to ride on the shoulders of their giants, bringing top key players in industries together to come and listen to come and share their experiences, to tell us how to grow, an opportunity for networking. And it has really been a long and amazing 3 weeks of learning, unlearning, and relearning. And today we bring it all to a close. And we just want you to be seated perfectly and enjoy the program. We're not going to take too much of your time. And then while we await other mentors and mentees on this call, I can see some mentees. I can see our two guest speakers on this call. So I'm going to be taking the speaker's brief for Ms. Damilare Kuku. Damilare is a creative artist who has worked as a radio presenter, script writer, film producer, and director. She holds both bachelor's and master's degrees in the arts and hopes to start a PhD also in the arts someday, and maybe teach. Currently, she is best known as an actor in film, including The Setup and Chief Daddy. Television, including season 1 of Ebony's Live, Castle and Castle, and Africa Magic's Unbroken, as well as stage, including Kakadu, the Musical, and Ewa. As a child, she was drawn to the enduring magic of books and saw writers as spellcasters. Naturally, she was entranced to be one. Nearly All the Men in Lagos Are Mad is her first published book. Ladies and gentlemen, please jam your hands together for Miss Damilare Kuku. And then we also have on this call today Miss Sade Owolabi. Sade Owolabi. She's the Director for Peace and Democratic Governance, USAID, Nigeria, and we've had her on one of our sessions for the guest speaker session. She really spoke a lot, and she opened her eyes to see many things. I really learned a lot from that particular session. So we are glad to have everyone here, mentors and mentees, and our guest speakers. And at this point, I'd like to introduce and bring on board the president to give our remarks before we start the session officially. And we're going with Ms. Damilare Kuku first. So Balikis, are you on this call?
Yes, thank you so much, Azizat. Good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're joining it from. My name is Balki Salaudin, and I'm the president of Gallup Nigeria. I want to officially appreciate everyone who has contributed in every ways, to ensure the success of the cohort 2 of the mentorship program. And our joy is to continually see mentors and mentee foster the relationship beyond the mentorship program. We would have wished that the mentorship program lasted for more than 3 weeks, but I mean, we'll still have the opportunity for mentors and mentees to continue the relationship and build up. I want to sincerely appreciate Ms. Sade and Ms. Maimuna Maibe, who took out time out of their busy schedule to be part of our special guest series with the mentors and mentees during the mentorship program. Their insights, their stories, everything they shared with us during the mentorship program has been super insightful, useful, and something that we all go back to watch, and it's live on our YouTube channel. Today, I welcome you officially to the closing ceremony of the 2022 International Women's Day Mentorship Program in partnership with Base Planets Foundation. Our goal is to connect and support young girls to building up the capacity in professions that they care mostly about. And we do this by connecting them with high-profile young people who are also striving really good in the space that these young girls are aiming to be in. Our mentorship program targeted 16 to 26 young girls in Nigeria, and we had mentors who would play the key role in ensuring that these girls are upskilled, even though the timing was very short. I welcome you all again, Ms. Sade Owolabi, for taking out time to join us again. I know we had a call about 2 weeks ago, and I want to sincerely appreciate Damilare for joining the call. I remember we asked to have her as mentor, but due to a busy schedule, she could not commit to the journey, and she voluntarily said she would love to be a part of this conversation. She would love to be a part of this. She would like to meet our mentors and mentees, and that is why she's here on this call today to share our story and also cheer us up. So I wish us a very amazing deliberation, and thank you all for joining. Thank you.
Thank you, Balikis. Thank you so much for that wonderful address. And you can, if you want to give me, reactions, you can just type them in the chat box. You can just send your clapping emoji. Yeah, I want to see that. Thank you, Chiamaka. Yeah, I'm sending mine now, even though we can't clap physically. Now you can hear the sound of the clap. Thank you so much for giving us this beautiful vision. And I know a lot of people have benefited from it. So without further ado, I'll be bringing on board Miss Damilare Kuku. I mean, for persons who have actually read our book, you already know what to expect. And at the same time, I want to believe that there's also a twist after reading her bio as well. I myself, I love the book. I've read it, and I've read it like 2 or 3 times, so I'm a fan. So ladies and gentlemen, please join your hands together for Miss Damilare Kuku. I want to see it in the chat box. Everybody, let's do that while she's coming. Thank you. Yeah, I can see Moyo. I can see Ololade. I can see Tosin jamming their hands.
Hi guys, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me. All protocols duly observed. I'm sorry that I won't be able to do video because I'm actually on set and it's really busy. But I wanted to, I'm very happy to be here. Very, very excited. I think that, I don't know that I I would say mentorship is all that girls need, but I think that mentorship plays a very important role with with girls, young girls, and it's important that girls are given, some sort of pathway that they can follow. Now, I just wanted to ask quickly before I start talking, is there a particular, because you sent me a brief, but can I just freestyle? Can I just, just talk generally?
Yes, so we wanted to give you the space to sort of talk generally because we understand that you wanted to be a part of the mentorship series, but you could not because of your time. So we just want you to do just do what you would have loved to do, if you were part of the mentors. Yeah, so it's a free space. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. So there are a lot of things when I think about women and girls, a lot of things come to my mind. And as I've grown older, constantly I hear people say that women are not treated equally. And I often, this adulthood, I don't know, there's this word called adulthood is a scam that we usually throw around on social media to say when things are getting a bit tough. But I think today what I want to talk to girls about is the art of saying no. And what I mean by saying no is choosing yourself first. Because I don't know where all the mentees are on their journeys in life, but I know one thing for a fact, the one thing that will connect all of us as women is the fact that at some point in our careers, in our lives, we will feel like we have been unfairly treated because women are poised and birthed to say almost we are yes human beings, not because we're born we like to please people, but there's just something in us that wants us to that gives us joy when we say yes to people. So I'd like for the mentees to learn very quickly the art of saying no. Say no when the situation doesn't favor you. Say no when the offer on the table is not great. Say no when you're not happy with a situation. Say no to that person who is saying they want to do something with you and you're saying no. And let the no be emphatic because you need to ultimately choose yourself first. African women, especially Nigerians, we are taught to endure. We're taught to agree with everything, and then when you dare not to, or you dare to have a voice, you're labeled a feminist because somehow, somewhere, society has not found a way to agree or to put it in their head how a woman can have a voice and still be agreeable as a human being. So they would rather call her a feminist because, hey, she needs to have a label, as opposed to just saying this is a human being who just wants to be heard and seen properly. So young girls that are listening to me right now, I beg you, I know they say, oh, you need the money, you need that job. Believe me, when you say no, something else will come. Say no to every situation. If somebody is making you uncomfortable, please say no. Do not be rude. Do not be, what's that word? Do not be aggressive, but quietly and firmly say to the person, it's a no for me. I'm not going to take that job. I know that this is something that is a bit sensitive because how can you tell us to say no if that's the only offer on the table? Believe me, we are now at a stage where we can create our own tables. There's social media. You can literally start your own channel. You can start whatever you want to do with your life right now because when you're young, the opportunities are endless. So you can create your own reality very early. Yes, money might not come the first year, but when you're with your parents, or some might not be lucky to have parents, but whatever your situation is, if you're in a place where you still have a year or two to find your foot, please quickly start to ask yourself, what do I want to do with my life? I want to be a banker. How do I make sure that I'm not offered jobs that don't work. Maybe I need to have a side hustle. Because when you plan as a woman, you have the ability to say no. I don't know how many people know Kanye West on this voice call. Kanye West is the wrong person to use as an example here, but there's something he said in an interview I was watching 3 days ago. So I was on a thread. Trevor Noah was talking about, analyzing Kanye West and his very, very inappropriate behavior towards his ex-wife Kim. And then I saw something he had said. He said, when you get to a stage in your life, people can't cancel you. So girls need to start prepping themselves in a way that society cannot cancel them. You want to be a writer like Damilare Kuku, start writing now and start looking at yourself. Don't wait to be published. Don't wait for a publishing house. Publish yourself on a blog. And when people come to you and say they want to publish you, don't see the opportunity as what is going to put money on your table. Look at the opportunity and say, how is this opportunity going to serve me? If this opportunity isn't going to serve me, I will continue to stay on my blog. And guess what? Opportunities that will serve you will come to you. When a man is asking you out and he's making it seem like if you don't sleep with him, he's going to leave you, please let him go, because I can categorically tell you now that sex does not keep a man. If you like, you are not going to keep that man with sex. Say no. If every situation you're in, if you feel like it's not going to work, please say no. And I don't care what anybody says about you. If they say, oh, you seem like you are a bit, they will be fine. Pick yourself. Be kind to people. Always be kind, but never be taken for granted. Never feel like you have to bend backwards for anyone, because that is not going to get you anywhere. Always be kind, always be polite, always be not aggressive, because I don't appreciate when people are too aggressive. But I think most importantly, always say no when the situation doesn't favor you. If you don't want to go to that school, say no. If you say, okay, let me say, some people say, can no also be not yet? What if I don't have the money? What if I don't have the opportunity? Start to plan. What do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Social media has given you a plethora of opportunities of what you just need a phone and you need to record or write or whatever you want to do. Any career path, you can read on it. You can apply to many universities. I mean, universities that would accept you without, the thing of fee or whatever. Choose your future. And then, of course, I'm a Christian. So everything I do with God. I take God everywhere. So take God with you. I'm not, whatever religion you're in, if you're an atheist, whatever it is, but you need to solidify yourself with a force in this universe, because let me not lie to you, it is a very big lie if you think the universe just works without a force. So I identify with God and I will continue to do that. But I beg you, if there's anything you will take from this, is Damilare says, say no when it doesn't favor you. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much, Ms. Damilare. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I mean, that was a short but very powerful one. Please jam your hands together for Ms. Damilare. I mean, always say no when it does not favor you. I mean, if I'm not picking anything from this session, of course, I'm not going to pick so many things, but I've actually picked that. And I hope that everybody is catching all the light bulbs from this particular session. Okay, so before we go ahead, we want to listen to the mentees' journey. And we just want to make it very short and brief. So in just 1 minute, we just want to listen to the mentees' journey. Like, how has this changed you? Has it changed your life? How were you before and how are you going out now? What are the things that you're going to do different? Just summarily in 1 minute. So the mentees should kindly raise their hand. So I'm going to be telling you the order in which I'm going to call you. Just raise your hands, please. Let's do this quickly. We don't have the luxury of time. Okay, I can see Moyos and raised. Please quickly, mentees, raise your hands. seeing Ololade's end. Okay, thank you for raising your hands. I want to call in this order now. I can still see like 2% that are mentees and their hands are not raised. I think Tosin and Esther. Okay, so Moyo is going first, followed by Lolade, followed by Deborah, followed by Sarah, followed by Esther, and followed by Tosin. Moyo, Lolade, Deborah, Sarah, Moyo, Lolade, Deborah, Sarah, Esther, and Tosin. So Moyo, kindly unmute in just 1 minute. So let's have you. Is Moyo still on this call? Yes, she is.
Azizat, I think if Moyo is not available, let's have others who are available. Let's have Lolade so that it makes it really fast.
Yeah, Lolade, please, just in 1 minute, please.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. If you can, you guys can unmute your video so that we can see your face, but it's fine if you don't want to. Yep.
I'm really grateful to Gallup Niger for this beautiful opportunity and for this mentorship program. I'm very grateful. The mentorship program, has really been an amazing one. Like my mentor, Karimot Odebode, she took some times out of her time to attend to us, to teach us some things, to inspire us on self-development. She advised us on our career paths, on reading books that are related to your what you want to become. Like, I'm really grateful.
All right, thank you, Lolade. We understand the fact that it's a lot to talk about. Like, you want to talk about a lot of things that happened in the last 3 weeks, but we are glad that you have that experience. So quickly, let's have Deborah. Deborah, please, in 1 minute, we want to hear your experience. In 1 minute. Deborah, are you okay? Yeah, she has unmuted.
Good afternoon, everyone. My experience so far in getting about it because I got to learn a lot, and I understood the basis of really pursuing my career, my dreams. And I got started to do my homework, and I made my goals for this year, and I started working towards achieving my goals for this year. My mentor has really been great and helpful.
Nice. Thank you so much, Deborah. So let's have Sarah.
Good evening, everyone. The journey so far has been exciting and it has been a wonderful one. My mentor, Mr. Charles, has been so awesome. And my co-mentee, Zainab, she has been like, okay, she's now like a sister to me, and my mentor, we reach out to him and the bond is there. So what I have learned during this mentorship is not just about self-development, but also it took us through some things like how to write a good essay for applications. It took time management, how to work on ourselves, like personal development, and a lot. So the take home there for me is that I've been able to connect and network with people from a diverse background. And that for me is really amazing. Thank you, Girl Up Nigeria, for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. And then at some point, most persons feel that, oh, because it's Girl of Nigeria, we're talking about girls. And when we had our mentorship program, it was a shocking one when they saw that a man was part of our mentors. But the whole essence of it is to ensure that beyond whether you're a man or you're a woman, we want to give the best to our mentees. So thank you for that, Sarah. We're glad to have that review. So I think Moyo raised her hand. Moyo, let's have you. After that, Esther, and after that, Tosin.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Moyo, and before I, talk about my experience, I would really like to just thank Girl Up for this opportunity. It's been really enlightening and informative. Every session has just been so good, so great, and it's really improved my motivation to want to do more. So I came into this very shy and very afraid to, speak up about my experiences. But Dr. Cassie has been such an amazing mentor. She gave us really cerebral assignments, videos to watch, assignments that would make you look into yourself and really understand the why of your message. Why are you speaking up about what you're speaking up about? Why do you want to fight for this cause? How do you effectively advocate and raise your voice? And I think across every session, one thing that has been a constant reminder is it's okay to speak up. It's okay to speak out when you want to see change. It's okay to look out for opportunities that can develop you so you can develop everybody else. So I think that's mainly what I've learned from this experience is that, it's time to speak up. It's time to not be quiet. And it's time to reach beyond yourself, to really go away from your comfort zone and do above and beyond what you even think you can do. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Moyo, for that wonderful feedback. Thank you, Miss Cassandra Kinge. We love you so much. And yes, we're still going to get the mentor session, but we really love that feedback from you. And I particularly am in love with Dr. Kissim. So Esther, are you there? Let's have you. Esther, are you there? We have just like few minutes to round up. Esther.
All right, I'm here.
Yeah, perfect.
Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. So I just want to thank Girl of Nigeria. It has been an amazing opportunity. I didn't even know I'll get selected, but I'm grateful. My mentor has been Dr. Cassandra. An amazing time. Moya has already said, Moya is my co-mentee. So she has said most of everything. It has been an amazing session. I've learned how to speak up for change, why it's important that there should be change. So yes, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Esther. Okay, it seems like we have Dr. Casey people here on this call. So the last person will be taken before we move to the mentors. Tosin Thomas, are you there? Tosin, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. Firstly, I want to thank Girl of Nigeria for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to become part of the mentees for the second cohort. It has been insightful. In fact, I would say through the journey, I changed. I was a kind of person before, but through this mentorship journey, it really changed me. It changed my ideas. And thankful to my mentor, Dr. Yemi, has been amazing. Apart from even looking at her like my mentor, she had this personal one-on-one conversation, giving me the space like, oh, you're my sister already, and all that. So I really like that. And I learned more on learning how to say no. She taught us how to say no. You use strong body, you use a strong, clear language rather, saying no. let the person know that okay, you are saying no. Then you use the body language. Yeah, she taught us how to even write projects. She gave us that too, and how to prepare a proper project plan as well. So I want to say thank you to Dr. Yemi, thank you to Girl of Nigeria's, thank you to the other mentors for impacting into us, and we are also thankful that we too will also impact the knowledge that we have been impacted upon to other girls. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You've exceeded 1 minute, but we love it. We love to see it. We love to listen to it. So before we've come to the end of the mentee session, and then
let's have Zainab.
Okay.
Zainab is on the call.
Yeah. Hello everyone.
Okay, I can. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I didn't see your hand.
Yeah, sorry. Hello everyone. I'm sorry I kind of like came late to the meeting. Actually, like I have like something to say. Actually, like a lot of things to say, but I'm just going to like to summarize it. Seriously, like this cohort mentorship has been like let me say like the biggest thing that's ever happened to me, because like let me say like on a personal level, honestly speaking, like it has grown me well. And again, like Mr. Charles, like that's our mentor, and we have learned like a lot from him. Personally, I'm somebody who kind of like, like don't talk too much, or maybe like talk when I'm supposed to, like I'll keep quiet when I'm supposed to talk. So I think like this mentorship program has really kind of like boost my communication level and learn how to kind of like leverage on opportunities and recognize my weakness, and kind of like work towards improving my weaknesses and kind of like working on them, especially like leveraging on opportunities and kind of like communication skills, which has helped me a lot and actually kind of like yield a positive result for me. Because day before yesterday, I think I attended a seminar too, which I applied what Mr. Charles has kind of like taught us so far. And it works like crazy. Sorry for using that language, but it really, really works. And it kind of like helps me again, like to get like connections, with people. And people are really kind of like surprised and amazed. Like, you're somebody that doesn't, because I'll be having all these seminars, but I won't go because I don't know where to start from. I don't know how I'm going to talk. And which has kind of like helped me in case of, again, like taught us so much about personal branding, about being authentic, about being original, which is kind of like really, really help. And it helps like me to kind of like stand out, and again, I've had like the most amazing partner, which is like Sarah, like it has been a lot of joining, because Sarah, like she's kind of like more experienced than me when it comes to like volunteering and stuff like that. And I've learned so much from her. So all I have to say is thank you, Gallup Nigeria, for providing this opportunity. Thank you very, very much. So
thank you, Zainab. Thank you. We love to hear them. We love to see them, and that's why we created a survey so that you can download everything that you're saying in that survey, and then put all your emotions, put them there. We just wanted to hear you in 1 minute, and then we've listened. We already know what it was. So this also like Mr. Charles appreciation talk. So thank you, Mr. Charles. So at this point, I'm going to be inviting Miss Sade Owolabi for our session. Please jam your hands together for her. She is a director.
So I'm guessing that Azizat's network is breaking and then she went off. So I'll just say Ms. Sade is the Director of Peace and Democratic Governance at USAID Nigeria.
Please, let's jam our hands together for almost rounding up.
The floor is yours, ma.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone, to the mentors and mentees and all the organizers. Thank you so much for having me. As everyone has said, my name is Sade Owolabi, and I work in the development field. I've been asked today to just talk for a few minutes on the impact of mentors on young professionals. So I think, first of all, I would like to just, a lot of the things that I would say have been said by all the mentees who just spoke. I was really impressed with the level of work that had seemed to have happened in just 3 weeks with all the mentors and the mentees. Folks talk about enlightenment and that it was very informative, and particularly like the idea of forming a personal brand and knowing what your personal brand was, use of body language and speaking up. So just congratulations to all of you, the mentors and the mentees, for all the work that you've done. I think for me today, I would like to share 3 points on this topic of impact of mentors on young professionals. And the first would be that impact can be big or small. The impact can be big or small. It really depends on what you, particularly the mentee, what you make of it. And in some ways also the mentor. It really depends on what you make of it. So as a mentee, are you seeking out that relationship? Somebody talked about a relationship earlier. Are you seeking out that mentorship? Are you asking questions? Are you asking for the guidance? Are you using concrete examples of what you're facing in life, what decisions you have to make, just information that you're seeking, clarity that you're seeking, because that's what a mentor is for. It's to help provide that guidance. Are you just sort of developing a relationship? It doesn't even have to be talking with that person about an issue or anything. It's just forming a relationship with somebody so that you can have that conversation and have it sort of be a free conversation where you're free and you're open and you're relaxed to sort of ask any kind of question that can help guide you in life. So for me, it's that the mentoring can be big or small impact, but you really have to, it's what you put into it is what you're probably going to get out of it. So I encourage everyone, don't let this be the end of the mentoring. I'm not sure how the program is set up, but even if these mentors are only here for the designated time, it's also taking everything that you've learned and finding mentors in life. And that gets to my second point, is that mentors are people, and they're people just like you. I think the big difference is that they're people with experience. So mentors are people with experience. And for me, that means you might have to find different mentors for different times in your life or for different things in your life. You might have a mentor who is in your career field, the field or the field that you're in right now. What kind of work are you doing? Having a mentor to guide and direct you there. You might have a mentor in the field that you aspire to be. Ms. Kuku talked about earlier, if you want to be a writer, have you started writing? Are you finding opportunities to publish what you're writing? Are you just writing, even if nobody is reading it publicly? So it's finding a mentor in the area that you also aspire to be, who can really mentor you, who can tell you what you might do and give you advice. And then the third thing is, or the third thing within that, in terms of mentors are just people, and I think I've mentioned that, is you probably need different mentors for different parts of this life. As she mentioned, it's a journey, and you'll face a lot of ups and downs. You'll face a lot of decisions that you have to make, and finding the mentor that works for you for that particular area that you're seeking guidance on, I think is really critical. You probably may not be able to depend on just one mentor. So it's good to think about having different mentors for different areas and different times in your life. And sometimes, just as in the same way for many of us, we have friends who maybe are there for a season. I think many of you probably have heard that. Sometimes you have mentors who are there for a season. So just because you have a mentor now does not mean in 50 years, in 20 years, in 10 years, or even in 2 years that they might still be your mentor. So think about, developing mentors continuously and developing mentors for different areas of your life. Let's see. The third thing I wanted to mention was that mentoring can be silent. So for a mentor to have an impact on you, I don't necessarily believe it always has to be a relationship. The mentoring program that was set up for these 3 weeks is a physical relationship, and that's great, where you have somebody, you're able to talk with them, you're able to get advice from them, they're able to give you some pointers for how to go through life. But I think sometimes you can also have mentors who may not even know that they're your mentors. I have mentors that don't even know that they are my mentor, because one of the things I learned when I started my job is somebody said, keep your eye open for people that are in positions that are positions that you want to be, which could be positions that are higher than you are, or could be positions that you work that you just aspire to do. Keep your eye open and emulate what you like in them. Be mindful to really pay attention and to try to, really copy that thing that you see in them, but doing it in your own way. Somebody talked earlier about personal branding. So doing it in your own way. So for me, the third point is that mentoring can be silent. You don't have to have a mentor that, you meet every week or you meet every month and you meet in a particular place to have a mentor. Who are people in your life that you think can help you, that you think provide a guiding light for you, that you think are showcasing that which you want to do or to become. So mentors can be silent. So look for those mentors that could be silent, that you can just follow them, that it may be people that you work with, it may be people that you see on TV, like Ms. Kuku. It could be people that are in your neighborhood, people that are in the spaces that you work, that you live in, So mentoring can be silent. So those, I think, are the three key things that I wanted to mention in terms of, one is the impact can be big or small. It's what you make of it. So try to really build that relationship and build that mentoring. The second is that mentors are just people, but they're people with experience. So they can help, guide you and not let you make the same mistakes perhaps that they've made. Ms. Kuku gave a lot of advice in her speech, and I'm sure we'll hear from some of the mentors in their experiences. So it's bringing that life experience that money cannot buy experience. You just have to sort of live it and then gain that experience. So it's sharing that experience with you, and you might need different mentors for different areas and different parts of your life. And then the third thing is just that mentoring can be silent. So with those three things, I want to congratulate all of you for going through this program, for sticking with it. I know sometimes it's not easy. You have so many things that you want to prioritize, but I really applaud you for taking the time to gain all the lessons from it, and continue to hope that you put everything that you've learned into practice and don't let it stop with the end of this particular program. So continue, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sade. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your short but concise and very clear speech. We love it. I mean, I've picked so many things even from that short speech. So please jam your hands together for Ms. Sade. Please, let's jam our hands together. I want to see it in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's jam our hands together for her. She said mentors are people, but they are people with experience. I mean, that really it. Mentorship does not really have to do with relationship. It can also be silent, and you can also have mentors across board. I mean, you can have a mentor now, and in the next 20 years, 3, 4, 5 years, they may not be your mentor again. You have different different sides to you as a person. So you can have an academic mentor, you can have a spiritual mentor, you can have a relationship mentor. I mean, your projects and all of that. So it's a lot that she has really spoken about. And I know that everyone here has caught one or two. I like catching light bulb anyways. So I'm going to hand over to Chamaka from Air, so that she's going to handle the guest, the mentors session. Yes. So Chamaka, let's have you. Chamaka is the communications officer for Gallup Nigeria. So if you've ever received any mail from us, if you've ever communicated to you, from Chamaka. So Chamaka, let's have you, please.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and thank you to the mentors, the mentees, and the guest speaker for joining this conversation this evening. So the next session we're having is the mentors feedback. We've heard from, so far we've been hearing from the mentees in the WhatsApp group. You're hearing, can your mentor ever? My mentor is amazing. My mentor is this, and the conversation is flowing. So today we want to hear from the mentors. And the mentor that is on this conversation, I saw Dr. Cassandra just a while ago, but I think she's offline now. But Taibat Hussein is on this conversation, so I would like to introduce Taibat to share her experience so far during this mentorship program. And Taibat, you have the floor. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I am so excited to be here, and I'm so happy to finally meet, other mentors and mentees. So far, the energy is contagious. And I think first, I would like to thank Damilare for echoing the need for women to learn the act of saying no. I believe as a woman, we're going to face a lot of challenges, especially if you're looking to be a career woman and a family woman. So you need to learn the art of saying no. And also, I would like to appreciate Ms. Sade for echoing my thoughts because she described my kind of person. I have a lot of silent mentors because I don't easily connect with others, but I have people I admire and learn from every day. And I'm very deliberate about the people I follow on my social medias and my space. So that is okay. For me, I think initially I didn't want to take on the load because I just found myself in a top senior management position, and it's been a lot for me. So when I saw the email, I initially didn't want to take it up because I don't want to commit myself to something that I won't be available for. But on a second thought, I realized that I've come this far because of some people. I've come this far because some women have set the path for me, and it would be selfish of me if I don't give it back. And it's been a wonderful time working with two amazing ladies who share the same passion as I have. I love research, and they are also keen. So we were able to work together to explore how do we go about, building your research skills and capacity. How do you find your step within the development space? Fortunately for them, I'm also working in the development space, the challenges and all those that you have to cross. And I also have a mom, a young mom on my team, and I could just relate with her because I also have a baby. And imagine handling a top management position with a little child. It's not easy. So it was really nice and lovely to connect with them, to share experience with them, and to also learn from them. I don't know why I don't see them on this call, but I want to assume a lot of technical glitches or something. And I'm very glad to see them because I challenged them. I challenged them not to just have dreams, not to just have goals, but to work on it, to act on it, because the first step is the hardest. The moment you take that first step, believe me, you're on fast track. And today is the deadline for them to submit their articles. You won't believe what they produce. I'm looking forward to reviewing. I'm looking forward to connecting them with top publications. I'm looking forward to working with them to co-author the article, and I'm also looking forward to what they're going to achieve in the space. Same, I'm also looking forward to other mentees because we need more women to support women, and your success is my success. It doesn't just make sense if I'm seeing myself, on the top. I really want to see more women on the top because believe me, when you look at senior management position, they're just, males, men, and that's what I'm dealing with. I'm always the only female in the meeting, and it's not okay. It's not right. So I really want to challenge you to please don't be okay with the status quo. We've been taught to, to stay in the background, to not ask too much, to be submissive, to not dream too much, to not have this career. But believe me, it's all no. So I want to challenge you to be the best version of yourself, to go for it, to have the goal, to dream it, and also to take action. And if you need support, you can always come back to Gallup. You can always run back to your mentors. You can always run back to me if you share, if you're in the development space or you share my interest. And to conclude, I just want to say that it's okay if you do not feel the connection, the instant connection with your mentor. And if you're someone like me, of course, it's okay. Just ensure that you stay in touch with them. A weekly iMessage or a monthly hello, just to put yourself in their face so that when opportunity comes or when you need their help, they know you and they are ready and willing to help. So I want to say a huge thank you to Gallup. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And it's been a wonderful time for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Taybat. Thank you so much. Like, this has just been an awesome session. Like, today we've been learning a lot, and we've also understood that mentorship is important. For me, so far, where I've gotten to in my career, I've had a lot of mentors, male and female. I even have my friends who are also in the same age bracket as me, who are also helping me to navigate the places they've gone through that I am still trying to step into. So your mentors can also be people of your age bracket, but who have already taken a step higher than you are in the space you're looking to get into. So thank you so much to our mentors. Thank you to our guest speakers, Mrs. Sade and Mrs. Damilare Kuku, for joining this conversation. So I would hand over to Balikis for the closing remarks and the acknowledgements. Thank you so much. Balikis, you can unmute yourself and
Okay, so thank you. I don't even know, I'm super overwhelmed because this is like another dream, another vision coming true. And I'm just super excited. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to make a nice meal for myself today, because since we started the mentorship program, we have had to sort of pause some other activities at Gallup Nigeria and at Space Planning Foundation, so that we can invest our time, in the mentorship program. And we have actually been intentional about supporting these mentors and the mentees, and we also use our emails, for regular communications. We're hoping that by next year, we're gonna be more broader with the mentorship program, and we've seen that most of the things that mentors and mentees are asking for is a longer period for the mentorship program, which would ensure that we put into consideration for next year. And we're just hoping that we get more partnership and support to help us take this forward. I want to sincerely appreciate Ms. Sade and Ms. Damilare for taking out of your time to share their insight on how as young girls, as human, we can be a better person in our different space and everywhere we meet ourselves. And one thing I want to remind our mentees of is this is not the end of the journey. We might be having the closing ceremony now, but this is not the end of the journey. Your WhatsApp group is still going to be active. Gallup Nigeria is open to every one of you. By November, we're going to be recruiting for our next set of executive volunteers. So you can look forward to that. You can be a part of the inner circle of Gallup Nigeria, and you can also be a part of our community. I want to appreciate all of our mentors who have deliberately, genuinely taking our time, to support these young girls. As I said in the beginning, this is a full commitment that nobody was forced to, but they saw it as something that they would like to do as a way of giving back, as a way of supporting other people. And I'm very sure that majority of these mentors do not necessarily or maybe have this type of platform, to grow when they started in their career path. But we are here creating that space, and we hope to continually do that. So join us next year for the third cohort of the International Mentorship Program, which we hope that is going to be longer. Thank you so much to my amazing team at Gallup Nigeria and Base Planet Foundation for their time for all the time we have invested in this. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, our guest speakers, Ms. Sade, Damilare. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to our mentors, Taiba, Dr. Yemi, Dr. Cassandra, Chioma, Charles, and Karimat for your time, and to all of our mentees. I say a big thank you, and I appreciate all of your commitment towards the journey. As your certificates and appreciation email will be sent immediately after this call, so you can look forward to your beautiful certificate. You can print it out, you can put it on the wall. It's verified. You can use it anywhere. You're a mentor and you're a mentee from our cohort. So yes, thank you so much, everyone. So now to wrap it up, we're going to be having a picture session. So if you feel comfortable, you can unmute your video so that we take a group picture and then we can use it. This call is going to be live on our YouTube, so that because we noticed that some mentors and mentees could not join due to other activities and work, so they can make reference to it, that every other person can also learn from this conversation. So yes, picture time, yay. So yes, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. You all are the superstars. So let's unmute. Thank you so much, Taibat. Taibat is consistently joining our session. She has not missed any of our sessions. Thank you so much. All right, picture time, picture time, picture time. All right, 1, 2. Okay, Moyo. 1, 2. Anybody else? Okay. Call me 1, 2. Make sure you're smiling. Make sure you're smiling, because this picture is going out. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. This is the official closing ceremony for our Cohort 2 mentorship program. Thank you so much. Thank you, Damilare, for joining on set. I mean, I know how inconvenient that might have been, but thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Sade. Thank you. Thank you, Taiba. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I appreciate you all. Thank you.